Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. The chaos that Donald Trump has inflicted with his tariffs is now about to haunt American consumers. Here's the news.
Some of the breaking news coming in. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, is issuing a new warning today, warning the company will have to raise prices due to President Trump's tariffs.
That's right. Walmart warns of higher prices as Trump tariffs start to bite.
What are we hearing from the nation's largest private employer?
Right, and biggest retailer. This is a really important warning from Walmart here. Its CEO saying they just can't absorb all the higher prices from tariffs, even with these lower tariff prices. Given the magnitude of the tariffs, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure. So that means you could see prices starting to rise at Walmart. We've heard this from Black & Decker. We've heard this from Hasbro. We've heard it from Mattel. We've heard it from all kinds of different companies that manufacture and sell toys and shoes and clothes and the like. Now you're hearing it from Walmart.
Keep in mind that analysts across the spectrum have long viewed Walmart as a bellwether of U.S. consumer health. Walmart's explicit statement that prices are going up is a signpost for how the trade war is affecting countless U.S. companies and businesses. And Walmart has long stood apart in its ability to manage costs more aggressively than other companies in order to keep prices low. The chief financial officer of Walmart, John David Rainey, appeared on CNBC and said the Trump tariffs and the cost to consumers are unique.
I've not seen a period where you've had prices go up this high, this quickly. We're well equipped and experienced in dealing with elasticities or price increases that are going up 2 or 3%, but not 30%.
And 30% is where the U.S. tariffs currently stand on imports from China. The Walmart CFO warned that prices may rise on products that are not impacted by tariffs. A lot of businesses with a variety of products like Walmart will absorb tariffs on certain items to maintain market share, while raising prices on other items to make up for the financial losses.
But the level of tariffs that have been proposed is pretty challenging for all retailers, for suppliers, and certainly our concern is that consumers are going to feel some of that. So we're going to keep prices as low as we can for as long as we can for our customers and members. But the level of tariffs, at least that were originally proposed in early April, were more than what retailers can absorb. And so in able to manage their margin, they're going to look across all categories of products and look at the elasticity of the demand for those products and maybe change prices on other products that might not have a tariff applied to them.
Now, in addition to managing product prices that confront Walmart consumers, the company also has to contend with giving projections to Walmart investors or stockholders. But like many other U.S. companies, Walmart says it will not be able to give a second quarter projection on its finances, given the economic uncertainty triggered by Donald Trump.
So you didn't provide second quarter earnings guidance. I know you reiterated long-term guidance. I'm curious, what are you waiting to see where these tariff rates will settle? Are you trying to figure out how much you're going to pass on? How do you plan if the outlook is so murky?
Yeah, there are a few reasons for that, Sarah. So the first is there's a wide range of outcomes just in terms of what could happen with tariffs. And so we're trying to maintain flexibility as we understand what the operating environment is. The second, as I just mentioned to David, is we might want to be more aggressive playing offense, being aggressive on price in certain areas where we think that we can gain share. And thirdly, and this is maybe a little more unique to retailers like Walmart that use the retail method of accounting, but as cost of goods are received at higher prices, those retailers that use that method of accounting have to mark them up, even on the merchandise that they previously bought. And so that has the opportunity or the possibility of actually resulting in outsized gains in that period. And then if you're in a period where you're not selling that merchandise and you need to mark that down, it can have the opposite effect. And so navigating these next couple quarters is really important, and it underscores the importance of getting inventory right so that you're not having these massive swings in earnings.
And a massive swing in earnings, for better or for worse, is the sort of thing that can spook investors and spook Wall Street. Such volatility causes businesses to lose investor credibility. The irony, of course, is that volatility and instability in the U.S. economy are a direct result of Donald Trump. And making things even more unpredictable, a lot of investors and titans of industry are not sure what to believe in what they hear from the Trump administration. In April, soon after Trump's self-proclaimed Liberation Day, when he imposed tariffs around the world, one of Donald Trump's top economic advisors said that the action would spark immediate negotiations and quick trade agreements with countless nations.
We're going to run 90 deals in 90 days is possible.
So far, the Trump administration has made 2 deals, one with the UK and another with China, although they are actually framework agreements or sub-deals, since the deals are not comprehensive. And that's why the U.S. tariffs on Chinese products and their tariffs on the U.S. are only in place for the next 90 days, because depending on further negotiations, everything again could change. Amidst all of this, some U.S. companies have suggested letting their consumers know why prices are rising and the connections to the Trump tariffs. But that transparency has been shot down by the Trump administration and by Trump supporters in Congress.
If, for example, an item at Walmart goes up by double, should Walmart be able to tell its consumer that it's gone up by double as a function of the tariff, or do you consider that, as President Trump does, a hostile act?
Well, that seems more political, but think about this. When you go to the pump to buy gasoline, did you see them putting an item when Joe Biden shut off American energy and prices went up? Did you see them put an item going, you're paying $4 instead of $2 a gallon because of Joe Biden's anti-American energy
I did
policies?
see delivery charges go into some. I did see delivery charges or whatever they call those charges when oil prices.
And on top of the delivery charges listed, some gas station owners actually put a Biden sticker with "I did that" on their pumps amidst the higher prices. But back to the Trump administration. When Donald Trump took office, he promised to lower prices. Instead, prices have gone up, and now they're going up at America's biggest retailer, Walmart. And that means many of Donald Trump's own voters across the United States are now going to see and feel the financial squeeze, even as they're looking for the lowest prices possible. Also, as Walmart goes, so goes the rest of the U.S. retail industry. In other words, when Walmart raises prices, everybody starts raising prices. Donald Trump and his sycophants may deny responsibility, but even Walmart business leaders are making it clear the rising prices are because of Donald Trump. By the way, police in Ohio threw a woman to the floor and are now paying for that.
Stop. I've not done nothing to you. Go in there.
In the Brookfield, Ohio jail, that is Jennifer Miller.
I don't need to go in there. You do.
With that police throw in the cell, Miller has been knocked unconscious. Here's a ceiling camera view. Following this incident, Miller filed a federal lawsuit accusing police of excessive force and violating her constitutional rights. Now, the police are paying up. As the headline says, settlement reached in Brookfield excessive force case. Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular from Atlanta who wrote, "And qualified immunity and hold these tyrants personally accountable." Personally. Indeed. I look forward to reading your comments about Walmart, America's biggest retailer, raising prices now, thanks to Donald Trump. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.